Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. MLB, WNBA, soccer, Little League World Series, golf, NFL guard rankings, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. We do have some matinee games today, I believe. One going on right now. All right, so yesterday, doubleheader game one, makeup from yesterday. Cubs over the Brewers 6-4. Tigers over the Astros 1-0 in 10 on a walk by Gleyber Torres. Cardinals over the Marlins 7-4. Blue Jays over the Pirates 7-3. Mets over the Nationals 8-1. Phillies over the Mariners 6-4. Orioles over the Red Sox 4-3 and 11. Braves over the White Sox 11-10. Yankees over the Rays 13-3. A's over the Twins 6-3. Royals over the Rangers 5-2. Doubleheader game 2. Cubs over the Brewers 4-1. Dodgers over the Rockies 11-4. So best bet lost. Reds over the Angels 6-4. Guardians lose to the Diamondbacks 6-5, and then Padres over the Giants 5-1. Going on right now, bottom of the first, Blue Jays Pirates. Jays have a 1-0 lead over Pittsburgh. 1 o'clock coming up on MLB Network. Mariners, Phillies, Luis Castillo and Jesus Luzardo. I am going to pull up the odds really quick. The Phillies are minus 144. The Mariners are plus 122. Over under 8.5. Over is minus 120. Under is minus 102. Mariners plus 1.5 is minus 176. Phillies minus 1.5 plus 146. I'm going to do the... That's a hard one. I'm going to go with the Mariners at plus 122. Astros, Tigers. Framber Valdez and Charlie Morton. Astros minus 116. Tigers minus 102. Over under 8. Minus 110 each way. Astros minus 1.5 plus 146. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 176. Tigers Astros shutout drought will end. I'm taking a minus 116. 3:30 Guardians Diamondbacks. Parker Messick making his debut against Brandon Pfaadt. D-backs minus 116. Guardians minus 102. Over under 9. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Guardians minus 1.5 plus 160. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 94. I'm going to go with Diamondbacks at minus 116. Don't feel great about it because I'm not a Brandon Pfaadt fan. But that's just going against the rookie. 6:30 Cardinals Marlins. Andre Palante and Sandy Alcantara. Marlins minus 120, Cards plus 102, over under 8.5, overs minus 104, unders minus 118. Cards minus 1.5 plus 168, Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 25. I like the over at minus 104. 6:45 Mets Nats, Cody Senga and Brad Lord. Mets minus 172, Nats plus 144, over under 8.5, overs minus 132, unders even money. Mets minus 1.5 minus 102, Nats plus 1.5 minus 118. I'm going with the under at even money. 7:15 White Sox Braves. Martin Perez and Hurston Waldrop. Braves minus 196. White Sox plus 164. Over under 9. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 132. Braves minus 1.5 plus 110. I like the under at minus 108. 7:30 Yankees Rays. Cam Schlitter and Drew Rasmussen. Tampa minus 118. Yanks even money, over under 8.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Yanks minus 1.5 plus 162. Rays plus 1.5 minus 196. I like the under at minus 104. Rangers Royals. Oh no, I skipped one. Ace Twins. JT Ginn, Bailey Ober. Twins minus 122, A's plus 104, over under 9, overs minus 120, unders minus 102, A's minus 1.5 plus 168, Twins plus 1.5 is minus 205. I'm going to go with the Athletics on the money line at plus 104. Rangers Royals, TBD and Noah Cameron. Royals minus 132. Rangers plus 112. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Rangers plus 1.5 minus 196. Royals minus 1.5 plus 162. I'm going with the under. 8 o'clock, Brewers Cubs. Jacob Mizorowski and Colin Rea. Brewers minus 118. Cubs even money. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. Brewers minus 1.5 plus 150. Cubs plus 1.5 minus 182. Mizorowski's fallen off a cliff since the All-Star break. I'm going to do an all-over. I'm going to do over 8.5 runs. Plus 196. 8:30, Dodgers Rockies. Shohei Ohtani and Tanner Gordon. Dodgers minus 310, Rockies plus 250, over under 11.5, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Dodgers minus 1.5, minus 210, Rockies plus 1.5 is plus 172. I'm going to go with the under at minus 102. 9:30, Reds Angels. Nick Martinez and Yasei Kikuchi. Angels minus 136, Reds plus 116, over under 9, overs minus 104, unders minus 118. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 182, Angels minus 1.5 plus 150. Tough one. I'm going to go with the over. I don't feel good about it, though. And last but not least, Giants, Padres, Landon Raup, and J.P. Sears. Padres minus 152, Giants plus 128, over under 8, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 170, Padres minus 1.5 plus 140. I'm going to go with the over. Okay, now move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight. Liberty over the Lynx, 85-75. Sun over the Mystics, 80-69. Storm over the Sky, 94-88. Aces over the Dream, 74-72. And the Mercury over the Vals, 98-91. Wow, so the Mercury covered by 1 point, and I was considering the Val guys for best bet yesterday. All right, tonight at 10 o'clock, we have the Wings and the Sparks from L.A. LA's an 8-point favorite, totals 183.5. I think that's a high total. I'm going with the under. Okay, now move on to soccer. We'll go over the notable results and look ahead to everything going on today. We have the Leagues Cup going on. So we will go over the La Liga. Real Madrid over Osasuna, 1-0. Next match is Friday. Champions League qualifying, FK Karabag over Ferencváros 3-1. Club Brugge over Rangers 3-1. Pafos over Red Star 2-1. Carabao, Tranmere Rovers and Burton Alabon 1-1 draw. Alabon advances 5-4 on penalties. And then we didn't have much soccer yesterday. We have more today, obviously. We have Leagues Cup, which is MLS. 8 o'clock on Fox Sports on is Miami Tigres. It's that with Liga MX. Miami plus 125, Tigres plus 175, draw plus 290. I have to go Miami plus 125 with Messi. 9 o'clock, Toluca, Orlando. Toluca plus 135, Orlando plus 175, draw plus 260. I'm going to go Toluca plus 135. 11 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, Seattle, Puebla. Seattle minus 270, Puebla plus 550, draw plus 390. Over 3.5 goals plus 122. This is the quarterfinals. And then 11:45 is Galaxy and Pachuca. Galaxy plus 180, Pachuca plus 135, draw plus 250. I'm going to go with the draw here, plus 250, and then I'm going to say the Galaxy get it done. Champions League qualifying, 3 o'clock, Fenerbahce and Benfica. Fenerbahce plus 180, Benfica plus 140, draw plus 230. I'm going to go Benfica plus 140. FC Basel and Copenhagen. Basel plus 140, Copenhagen plus 185, draw plus 220. Draw plus 220. Celtic and Karat Almaty. Celtic minus 1,000. Karat is 20-1. The draw is plus 850. Over 3.5 goals minus 104. Bodo Glimt and Stumpgras. Bodo minus 200, Strom plus 450, draw plus 360. Over 3.5 goals plus 122. Velez over Fortaleza 2-0. Velez advances 2-0 on. And Sao Paulo Athletic Nacional 1-1 draw. Paulo advances 4-3 on penalties. And Racing over Penarol 3-1. Racing advances 3-2 on aggregate. All right, to calm the ball today, round of 16, 6 o'clock, you have Estudiantes and Cerro Porteño. I'm trying to pull up the odds here. Calm the ball. I can't find it. Let's do it on ESPN bet. So Estudiantes is minus 135. Cerro's 4-1. Over unders 2.5. Overs plus 125. Others minus 165. I'm gonna go over 2.5 at plus 125. And then 8:30 is Internacional and Flamengo. Flamengo is plus 140. Internacional plus 235. The draw is plus 290. Over under 2.5. Overs plus 140. Unders minus 190. I gotta go with Flamengo at plus 140. That's just, in my opinion, easy money. Okay, now move on to the Little League World Series. We'll go over yesterday's results, and then we have 2 matches today. No, I'm sorry, 4. So yesterday's results: Japan over Mexico 6-0, South Carolina over Hawaii 3-0, Aruba over Canada 6-1, South Dakota over Washington 9-0. Today, 1 o'clock coming up on ESPN is Chinese Taipei Venezuela, double elimination. I think I said Chinese Taipei on the show yesterday. 3 o'clock ESPN, Connecticut, Nevada. I like Connecticut to advance. 5 o'clock on ESPN elimination game, Santa Cruz Aruba against Japan. Aruba's been impressive, but I think Japan wins. And then the other elimination game tonight on ESPN is South Dakota, South Carolina. I'm going to go with South Dakota. Okay, now move on to golf. The next tournament coming up is the Tour Championship. We'll look at the tee times, and I'll give out a pick. 11:16, Ashkay Bahita and Chris Goddard. 11:27, Jacob Bridgman and SJM. 11:38, Harry Hall and Nate Taylor. 11:49, Shane Lowry, Hideki Matsuyama. At noon, Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland. 12:16, Corey Connors, Patrick Cantlay. 12:27, Sam Burns, Brian Harman. 12:38, Keegan Bradley, Andrew Novak. 12:49, Lovey Gayberg and Cam Young. 1 o'clock, Justin Thomas and Harry English. 1:16, Robert McIntyre and Matt McNeely. 1:27, Seb Straka, Ryan Henley. 1:38, Tommy Fleetwood, Ben Griffin. 1:49, J.J. Spawn, Justin Rose. 2 o'clock, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy. And this is obviously at East Lake in Atlanta. And the pick. Scotty is plus 150, which is crazy. And he won it last year. I'm not picking him. I'm not picking Scotty. Rory is plus 850. He won it 3 years ago. I'm going to go with Patrick Cantlay at 25-1. He won it 4 years ago. Victor Hovland, 27-1. He won it 2 years ago. But I'm going to pick Patrick Cantlay at 25-1. Now I'm going to do my NFL guard rankings. Each team's projected starting guards made the list, so 64 altogether. So without further ado, here we go. 64, Tyler Steen, Eagles. 63, Kingsley Somalia, Chiefs. 62, Anthony Bradford, Seahawks. 61, Dylan Fairchild, Bengals. 60 through 51, Jared Wilson, Patriots. Jonah Savania, Dolphins. Tate Ratledge, Lions. Gray Zabel, Seahawks. Donovan Jackson, Vikings. Ed Ingram, Texans. Mason McCormick, Steelers. Ben Bredesen, Buccaneers. Patrick McCarry, Jaguars. Trevor Penning, Saints. 50 through 41, Tyler Booker, Cowboys. Isaiah Adams, Cardinals. Osiris Torrance, Bills. Daniel Falele, Ravens. John Runyon, Giants. Andrew Voorhees, Ravens. Matt Gonsalves, Colts. Lucas Patrick, Bengals. Peter Skoronski, Titans. Aaron Banks, Packers. 40 through 31, Steve Avila, Rams. Ben Powers, Broncos. Laken Tomlinson, Texans. Evan Brown, Cardinals. Jonah Jackson, Bears. Jackson Powers Johnson, Raiders. Brandon Coleman, Commanders. Greg Van Rotten, Giants. Ben Barch, 49ers. Robert Hunt, Panthers. 30 through 21, Sean Ryan, Packers. Zion Johnson, Chargers. Cesar Ruiz, Saints. Ezra Cleveland, Jaguars. Mekhi Becton, Chargers. Sam Cosmi, Commanders. Wyatt Teller, Browns. Joel Bitonio, Browns. Matthew Bergeron, Falcons. Dylan Parham, Raiders. 20 through 11, Isaac Seumalo, Steelers. Mike Awinu, Patriots. David Edwards, Bills. Damian Lewis, Panthers. Cody Mock, Buccaneers. John Simpson, Jets. Tyler Smith, Cowboys. Landon Dickerson, Eagles. Dominic Puny, 49ers. Kevin Dotson, Rams. All right, your top 10. 10, Christian Mahogany, Lions. 9, Trey Smith, Chiefs. 8, Elijah Vera Tucker, Jets. 7, Quentin Nelson, Colts. 6, James Daniels, Dolphins. 5, Will Fries, Vikings. 4, Joe Thuney, Bears. 3, Quinn Miernes, Broncos. 2, Kevin Zeitler, Titans. And number 1, Chris Lindstrom of the Atlanta Falcons. Guard is a good position, but I think there's a group and then it drops, and then another group and it drops. I think tackle's a deeper position than guard, but there's a lot of good guards in the league. Lindstrom has been really good for a while now. Zeitler's been playing at a high level for several years. Mearns, I think, could be number 1 on this list down the road. Joe Thuney's on a new team. So is Will Fries. James Daniels had a good year last year. Quentin Nelson, always been steady. Elijah Vera Tucker just needs to stay on the field. Trey Smith's really good, and Christian Mahogany had a good rookie year. And there's a lot of guys that you could argue should have been in the top 10. Puny, Dotson, and Dickerson. So there you have it for the guard rankings. Now move on to the news and notes for today. We're going to try to be quick here. So Tank's old Jake Paul quote, as there's an Instagram post from Tyson fight resurfaces after announcement. And Jake Paul to face Gervonta Davis on November 15th. There's a couple Patriots players on the trading block. Kyle Duggar and Anfernee Jennings. That's interesting. The Vikings are exploring a wide receiver trade as they're seriously looking at options amid injuries and Addison's suspension. Derek Jackson, who's the agent of Anthony Richardson, rips the Colts quarterback decision as he's unsure of Richardson's future with the team due to questionable trust. Well, maybe if your quarterback actually was never injured and was playing well, this wouldn't be a problem. And then the 49ers and the Jets are also in the market for a wide receiver. Cam Hayward returns to practice despite no progress on renegotiated contract. At least he's back. The college football playoff ranking schedule released. The final playoff rankings drops December 7th. That's a Sunday, so that makes sense. Arch Manning says no draft decision yet, despite Archie's recent comments. Auburn claims 7 college football titles as they previously only recognized 2 national titles. The Pirates are calling up Bubba Chandler. He's MLB's top pitching prospect. Assembly Hall, which is Indiana's basketball court, got a fresh paint job. Cincy dismisses Jizzle James as he was removed from Bearcats last month, the team announces. The Titans activate L'Jarius Sneed. The Jaguars have no concerns about Travis Hunter's Week 1 status. Denzel Ward injures his shoulder as he's to undergo testing. May have avoided serious injury, which is good. So Jose Alvarado was reinstated after 80-game PED ban, but cannot pitch in the playoffs. Supposedly, Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge had a disagreement as Aaron Boone walks back overstated report on Aaron Judge's injury. The Giants will not trade Jameis Winston at mid-interest. I think they should, and I think Jackson Dart should be their QB2. Like, there are teams that need QB2s. Heck, I think Jameis Winston would start on some teams. He would start on the Browns. I think him versus Justin Fields would have been interesting on the Jets. I think the Dolphins would be a good fit because they need a better backup for Tua. The Heat are trying to trade Terry Rozier as they're willing to deal him for just about anything. Ex-Heat staffer pleads guilty as former security officer charged with selling over 100 stolen items for $2 million. Oof. Shaq to present Dwight Howard at Hall of Fame as fitting selection to introduce Dwight at the 2025's ceremony. The Yankees had a 9-homer game last night. That was the second one they've had this season. The other one being on that Saturday of opening day weekend against the Brewers. Sophie Cunningham out for the season for the Indiana Fever with a knee injury. That's not good for them. The WNBA breaks an attendance record. Over 2.3 million fans have attended the games with a month to go in the season. Victor Robles suspended 10 games as he's punished for throwing a bat at a pitcher in a minor league game. Yikes. Angel Reese is back in the Sky lineup after missing 3 weeks with a back injury. And she's not a fan of the 25-minute cap in her first game back. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. There's a couple I liked. And the one I'm going to pick is over 8.5, minus 104 in the Cardinals-Marlins game. Sandy Alcantara stunk this year. Andre Palante stinks, so over 8.5, minus 104. That's an easy one. So there you have it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Look ahead to everything tomorrow. I'll be doing center rankings on tomorrow's show. Have a good one, everyone.